Hello, everybody out there, and welcome back here with the future once again to a really cool video this time. It's not a showcase and review, really, or anything. It's actually a look at my entire E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial collection. E.T., a film, that was made in 1982, an American science fiction film co-produced and directed by Steven Spielberg. It's one of my favorite films of all time because it was released June 11th, 1982, and I was born June 18th, 1982. This was the summer blockbuster hit when I was born, and I remember watching this growing up, and I remember from the first time I saw this movie, I had to have been like, 3 or 4 maybe, but from the first time I saw this movie, I loved it, and from there on out, it has always held a special place in my heart. It is a very touching movie, by the way, and it is considered one of the greatest films ever made and widely acclaimed by critics as a timeless story of friendship, and it is ranked as one of the top sci-fi movies. It is the top sci-fi movie ever, according to a poll on Rotten Tomatoes, but it is one of the greatest sci-fi movies and considered one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever. If you have never saw E.T. directed by Steven Spielberg, I suggest by now you better get out there and check it out before you don't have the chance to, because this is one of the greatest movies, hands down. And I don't have a huge collection of E.T. stuff, but I did obtain some E.T. stuff, so I'm calling this my, beginning video for my E.T. collection, because, my collection is small and just started, but I think it's pretty cool, some of the items that I have here, and I think people will dig checking it out. And I wanted to do it because, like I said, it's one of my favorite films of all time and holds a special place because, 7 days after I was born, this came out, and up to 1994, whenever Jurassic Park came out, this movie held the highest grossing film of all time record. It surpassed actually one of my other favorite films of all time, Star Wars, as the highest grossing film of all time in 1982, and then not till 94, so it held that mark for 11 years. But if anybody doesn't know about E.T., it tells the story of Elliot Thomas, a lonely boy who befriends an extraterrestrial dubbed E.T., who is stranded on Earth, and Elliot and his siblings help E.T. return to his home planet while attempting to keep him hidden from their mother and the government. So I don't want to give the movie away, but this movie, a lot of people already know about it, and like I said, it touched my heart back when I was a kid, and still to this day when I watch it, it still does. I just watched this not too long ago, like last week, just to get ready for this, showcase and review or look at my collection here. But now I want to thank everybody who subscribed lately, dropped any comments, given me any likes, left any feedback. I really appreciate it. If this is your first time watching, make sure you do all that I just mentioned, and all the feedback and all the support here on my channel is way appreciated, highly appreciated. And I just want to thank everybody out there. And now let's take a look at my E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial collection. Let's check it out. Okay, so we're going to get a closer look at all of this stuff. But you do see, E.T. up there with his speak and spell, which everybody knows that he used and manipulated to try to phone home in the movie. Also, I have, a puzzle there. We'll take a closer look at this stuff, like I said. But we're going to start out with the media that I have of E.T., which was where, my collection started out. And then I have branched out to get some other items. I have some glasses here, too, that we're going to take out and take a look at. But first of all, from my childhood days, this is the actual VHS that I've had ever since I was a kid of E.T. And I just, it's so iconic to me. And I love the iconic, shot of Elliot flying in the bicycle with E.T. past the moon there. I've always loved that. The story that touched the world. And this is the highest grossing film of the 1980s, by the way. Like I said, released in 82, just 7 days after my birthday. And, 7 days, after I was born. So that'd be after my birthday, my initial birthday, that is. But yeah, here's the back of it, and you can see the date down here is 1988. So I'd have been 6 years old when we got this VHS, so I remember watching this long before I was 6 years old, though, so we just didn't acquire the VHS till then. But I was watching this, probably like I said, from like 3 years old on, and there's shots from the movie of Elliot, and everybody knows that Drew Barrymore was, a little girl in this movie, one of her first films, and there she is, showed kissing E.T. there. But everybody knows Elliot in the film, and there's Elliot and E.T. there getting ready to take off for the flight. And I the thing about this movie is I loved sci-fi, aliens, and everything as a kid, and I always have. And when I saw this film, it just like embraced everything. And Henry Thomas as Elliot there, you can see Drew Barrymore, Peter Coyote, Dee Wallace, written by Melissa Matheson, music by John Williams. John Williams did an incredible score for this movie as well. I have to shout him out on this. Steven Spielberg film, E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial. And yeah, I love this VHS. You can see the side there on the spine. E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial, Steven Spielberg film. This was an MCA home video. Like I said, the first one that I had as a kid. Great. And then I picked this up not too long ago. Never had this as a kid, and actually I didn't know they ever made a clamshell version of it, but this is a limited edition E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial VHS here, and you can see the very shiny foil-like appearance that they gave the art on this box, which was very cool in my opinion. On the back you see Elliot checking out the glowing finger there of E.T., which is iconic. The glowing finger, the heart light, the speak and spell, everything's just iconic from this movie that they created. And this one had the limited edition release, includes 20 minutes of behind-the-scenes footage, plus new introduction to the film by Steven Spielberg, which I need to pop this in and check that out. I haven't even checked this one out yet. I want to see that Steven Spielberg stuff. It's the same as the extras that are on my DVD. And you can see that this one was released down there in 2002. I don't know how clearly you can see it. I'm going to say that this one is actually from 2002 to 1988. They probably improved the quality of the film as well on VHS by then. So, very sweet. I love the appearance of this one too, how they gave it that shine, and it just makes it feel extra special. On the inside here, there's the VHS itself in the clamshell. I'm a big collector of clamshells, and this even has the insert still here. It says, look inside for great savings. Let me get it open here. It's just stuck there. I don't think this really has ever been opened up. But we're going to check it out. So as you look inside here, free membership to the Space Station Kids Club featuring E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial, create your own space movies, record your own cosmic tracks, and explore the universe. So sweet. There's E.T. with his heart light shining there, and they got this sticky like glue stuff holding it together there. $1 back. And there is the Nintendo GameCube and PlayStation 2 E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial Return to the Green Planet video game. Wow, I'd like to check that out. I don't remember the E.T. video game, but man, I got to get that for the collection. It might not be the greatest, but it's E.T. So how cool is that, being a video game fan too? I just discovered something new here on this video. I like when you get the little inserts still. So yeah, I think I just opened that up for the first time since 2002 too. So, but I had to take a look at it. I couldn't help. And I was going to show the inside here. You got this green here on this one, very similar to the other one, but not identical, as you can see here. Both have pretty much the same logo there. One's Universal though, and one is MCA. 1988 to 2002, so very cool there for my two VHS. And now we're going to take a look at the DVD that I have in my collection. And I picked this DVD up probably a year or two ago. Can't remember exactly when, but it's the anniversary edition. So this was dropped in 2012, the 30th anniversary edition. So yeah, from 82 to 2012. And this had bonus features, which, you know, this is the one I watched, and I watched the bonus features as well to get ready for this video. Steven Spielberg and E.T., where he reflects on his experience making E.T. and the impact that the beloved classic has had on his celebrated career. You got deleted scenes, a look back, and E.T. reunion on this as well. There's that same shot off the original VHS that I had. Well, not the original, but the 88 VHS that I have. Not 100% sure, but I'm sure they made the 1982 VHS of this, but I've never had that or saw that. Digitally remastered, high resolution 35mm film elements. Remastered from that. E.T. is a masterpiece there. You can see a nice shot of E.T. with his glowing finger there. Gotta love it. Elliot, Gertie, and Michael were the three children's name in this, played by Thomas Barrymore and Robert McNaughton. A little write-up on it. The inside here didn't come with any booklet. I think I paid about $10 for this too. Wish it would have came with some kind of insert there, but there is the DVD with the flying logo there of This Became So Famous of Elliot and E.T. And then E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial logo there. See, this is Universal too. Universal. So yeah, very cool to have the DVD as well. To E.T. in the collection. So I got the 2 VHS. So you're spanning, you know, 88, then 2002, which would have been a anniversary for it as well, and then 2012, the 30th. This would have been the 20th anniversary edition, if you really want to look at it that way, although it says just limited edition, but it was launched on that year. But you see the different covers that they use, pretty much the same there, other than they put the trees in the background and everything on this one, which I kind of like this cover the best of all three, because you got the fingers touching, you got the classic Elliot flying there with the moon and its foil, you know, design there to make it shiny, and then, you know, you have also the trees in the background, which they don't give on the DVD here. You get the trees on this one, but it's just not as prominent and not as colorful, you know. So definitely like this of the three covers. They kind of just shrunk this in, cropped it in, and it's pretty much the same shot there. And they made the moon smaller, so pretty sweet there on all three of these. And then I have written by William Kotzwinkle in 1982. It is the novelization of E.T., and you can see here from the director of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And what's cool about Close Encounters of the Third Kind is Steven Spielberg came up with the idea for E.T. when he was filming that film. He thought, like, wouldn't it be cool if the extraterrestrial stayed here and we got to know him better, and that's pretty much how E.T., you know, came about. Kotzwinkle also wrote E.T. Book of the Green Planet as well. But this book is from 1982. I found it in here before. See if I can find the date here. Yeah, there it is. 1982, MCA Publishing. And it's called In His Adventure on Earth. So he did this one and Book of the Green Planet as well, where it like kind of went in E.T.'s eyes. It was like not as acclaimed as this book, but this book was pretty acclaimed. They said he did a hell of a job. So I picked this up at a thrift store not too long back. I showed it on my thrift shop flea market finds, but definitely a good addition to the ET collection there. Then next, I bought all this stuff from a picker that comes through and sells me things that he finds, and he knew I was an ET fan, so he's been looking for ET stuff. First of all, you have the 1982 LJN ET the Extra-Terrestrial action figure here. You can see here on the back he has a thumb extending neck. You can see he has posable arms, which did give you some, you know, articulation not only at the shoulder but at the elbows there as well. Don't want to really mess around with it too much. And he has his classic speak and spell, which is removable and is so hard to find. And if anybody knows the film, he used the speak and spell to try to communicate with his home planet, to phone home, if you want to say it. But I'm trying to get the speak and spell off right now without, you know, breaking anything. But this speak and spell is very hard to find with the figure, but he was able to find it, and it's just a little speak and spell. You can see it even has speak and spell on there and everything. So when he had this with it, and I got this for $5, the figure with the accessory off of him. And this arm here kind of comes separated at the joint a little bit there, but it's not bad. You can press it back together. And I never had an ET figure, and so this LJN 1982 ET the Extra-Terrestrial figure is so sweet. I wish I had a carded version, but what are you gonna do? And there he is with this thumb extending neck that you can extend out, up and down. Eee! Eee! Very cool, very cool. And his heart light here is very prominent, and I love how they did that. But giving him the speak and spell to hold is just a whole nother level. I never thought he would find it with the speak and spell, but he did. So very sweet there. Love having that. Probably one of my favorite things. Being a big action figure fan, probably one of my favorite things in the collection as a whole. And then we have by Springbok. In 1982, they made this 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. They made a lot of items for the film. It had a lot of memorabilia. So there's a lot of things that I can collect for this collection. An authentic Springbok jigsaw puzzle, interlocking pieces, fits standard card table even. And look, amongst all these stuffed animals, they've got ET hidden right there. And I love the cover of this. And you have your ET logo down there to the right. Fun for the entire family, a trademark of and licensed by Universal City Studios. How cool is that? Yeah, you gotta love this. This puzzle is amazing. And that's a look at what the puzzle will look like when put together. I'm not really gonna mess with it, but you can see here, you probably have, I never went through and counted, but I would say there's probably, 1,000 pieces in there. You even have the tag in there still. Springbok puzzle is made with great care. I mean, I couldn't go wrong with this. I think I picked this up for $5 off of them. And on the back, we get a shot of the film that you can display too, of the film poster. I'll believe in you every day of my life. E.T., I love you. Very cool. 1982 Universal City Studios. So Hallmark, Springbok's a division of Hallmark back in 82 at least. So you gotta love that. Then the edges, of course, you just got your 24 by 30 inch, pretty big puzzle, interlocking pieces, 1,000. Authentic Springbok jigsaw puzzle. I like how it says fits standard card table. Everybody had the old card tables back then in their house. So then we'll put him back here, and then I'm going to open these two glasses and we'll finish this video off. Okay, so I set up everything in the back there to finish this off, but you can see here in 1982 Universal Studios teamed up with Pizza Hut to make this E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial limited edition collector series etched glasses set. And man, do I love this. It shows the ship there from the movie blasting off. It says "Be good." And it shows Gertie there with E.T. there, giving him the smooch, the classic picture. He's holding the potted plant there too, which is very cool. Man, you gotta love this from 1982. These are not easy to find. So he got me that glass, and also from 1982 from that same series, you can see it's the phone home glass with E.T. waving there, kind of like saying hello, and then the classic shot of Elliot and E.T. flying there. And yeah, I have them, you know, in those bags to try to, because I've got these stored right now, not displayed, and it keeps them from getting broke or dirty or whatever. So yeah, was very, very happy to get these two glasses from the set. I'm sure there was like 4 to 6 in the set, I would say. It doesn't say a number on them, but you know, they do both say 1982 and, you know, the Pizza Hut Collector Series. So that is very, very cool. So yeah, that'll do it for a look at my E.T. collection here, a little showcase and review of my collection, complete collection. So I hope everybody enjoyed checking out all my items. E.T. phone home is all I gotta say. And yeah, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below on what you think of E.T. Give me a like if you like what you saw. And until next time, I really appreciate everybody checking this out and hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, phone home and peace out.